Yo, 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 Coach L coming to you again on another True Believer Tuesday. That's right, baby. TBT, holding each other accountable to the dream, right? Believe in the dream because true believers are top achievers. All right, so this week's question, man, is do dreams ever expire? And the short answer to that question is absolutely yes. Some dreams, because of what they are, they have a timestamp on them and they do expire. Case in point, I've been talking to a lot of young men who, some of them are finishing up high school, some of them are, completed high school over the past, year, 2 years. But the dream for them still is, I want to play Division I basketball. And I'm like, okay, that's not a bad dream, right? I want to play Division I basketball. But as a coach, my job is accountability. I have to build people up, but I also have to hold them accountable, right? And so some of the questions that I'm asking now, I'm asking you, if this is you and this is your dream, I'm asking you to ask yourself. And oh, by the way, these things, they apply in many different areas, but we're just talking specifically basketball and sports right now, okay? So some of the questions you have to ask yourself are you a student? Because if you're not a student, a Division I basketball scholarship is not for you. These things are reserved for student athletes, right? They are reserved for student athletes. And there's an organization that's called the NCAA, and specifically their clearinghouse, which says we are going to vet these candidates, and we're going to tell you whether or not you qualify to be a part of this NCAA family. So yes, it's not just your skill on the court. It's about what you do in the classroom and your character and many other aspects, right? So they're going to stop you from getting in if you don't make the grade in many other areas. So let's look at some simple raw numbers. Did you know that there's about 550,000 male high school basketball players in the U.S.? We're not even counting international players coming to the U.S. to get college scholarships, right? That's a whole nother number. And by the way, it's rising every single year, right? So you're talking about quite a big number, way over 500,000. And then we're saying across all schools and all divisions, there are only 27,000 male college basketball spots, right? And these are not all scholarship spots, mind you, right? But so let's say, even for argument's sake, let's say there's 27,000 scholarship spots. That's 2%. 2% of the total population, right? And the crazy part about it is we're not talking just Division I. We're talking NCAA Division I, Division II, Division III. We're also talking NAIA Division I and II, and we're also talking junior college. So what you have to understand is you are up against you're in for it, and you got to put the time, the effort, and you got to do things sequentially and right for you to be able to live this dream. Another quick number, 90% of all college basketball scholarships are outside of NCAA Division I. So think about it. Again, 10% of 2%, that's a really low number, and you got to be on top of your game if one of those slots are going to be yours. Questions to ask. Are you coachable? Some guys are just ballers, but they're not coachable. You put them out there to do their own thing, and man, they will light it up. But you blow a whistle and you put them in between the lines, you call a play, they're lost, dazed, confused, right? If this is you and you have time on your side, you have to start making some adjustments now, right? Other questions to ask. What's your routine? What's your workout like? There's no way you're going to become a Division I athlete and not be like a physical specimen or just stand out in some physical way without you really putting in the time. And even if you stand out like that, you got to put the time and the effort in. What's your workout routine? Do you only play pickup basketball as your workout routine, right? Do you ever go work on your game in any other way? Do you ever push yourself, right? When you play, are you only focused on scoring? Do you ever do anything else like, I'm going to play some defense, I'm going to stop this guy, I'm going to shut him down, I'm going to get some rebounds, set screens? Do you ever do any of those other things, right? And then some of the other questions you got to ask is, when you're playing, who are you playing against, right? If you play pick up and dominate, who are you playing against? Are you playing against Division I caliber talent, or are you just playing against anybody? And when you play against these anybody's, do you even stand out? You got to be honest with yourself. If that's the dream, you have to understand there's a timestamp on that dream, and you also have to put the time and the effort, and you have to be a student in addition to being an athlete. All right. So I'm going to get out of your way, man. This is specific to, the dreams that have timestamps on there. Understand that there's some things that we have to do sequential if we have a dream that has a timestamp on there. Okay. So I'm going to get out of your way. So you got to remember to work, hustle, flow, and especially if you're doing the things that you need to do, never let the dream go. You have everything it takes to live that dream. You, my friend, have to channel your inner superstar. All right, I'll catch you next week.